Hello, Internet. I am currently taking the MIT AI, I think it's called the AI Design or AI Product course, and I just want to kind of make some videos that recaps what I'm learning so that maybe you can get something out of it, but mostly it's for myself to kind of internalize some of the concepts we're learning. So far, we are in week 1. There was a week 0, which is this introductory orientation kind of stuff, which is very basic. You set up accounts and all of that. And this week's module is actually pretty intense. And it's a very, I would think of it as a very balanced kind of course. It's not just the software side of it, but rather the business side of it, and it kind of gives you a good mental map of how to think about AI, build an AI company, like what are the larger the roadmaps, the maps of the world, the mental maps that it takes. That really helpful for me as a filmmaker. That's what I do, and so the videos for this week kind of covers the 4 essential stages in the AI design process. Stage 1 is intelligence. That's when you think about like what actually your AI, what is the intelligence that you want your AI to be able to do. And the second stage is the business process. What are your strategy in implementing it, and what are the operational I actually need to to look back into it. Yeah, that's the other thing about the course. Sorry about the digression. It's it takes a lot of brain cells just to kind of understand what they're talking about, and then when you do understand it, it's like the most basic thing. Like maybe that's just with the people who go to MIT and the people who work at MIT. It's just like the very simple concepts. Like it takes a full circle for you to be like, that's what they're talking about. Anyway, stage 1, intelligence. Stage 2, business process. Stage 3, AI technology. Like what are the technology that you're going to use? And then stage 4, tinkering. Like when you're actually doing the software development. What are the processes of your development, and what are the limitations that intrinsically is going to be faced by your AI. So this is the larger kind of the thing, and I'll put a photo, I'll put a screenshot on top of this video so that you get it. And then one of the assignment is to look up an AI product and then analyze it based on a few factors. So you're analyzing it based on network externality, system lock-in, economies of scale. And finally, analyze the value AI has added to the technology from a business perspective and a customer perspective. So network externality, as I understood it, is when as more and more users enter into the system, the more valuable the system becomes. Kind of like Facebook. One person in Facebook is useless, but 1,000 people and 10,000 people kind of exponentially more useful in that way. And system lock-in is you don't want to be easily moved away from. You want to build shit that people are going to come in, and then it's going to be very hard for them to find replacements, or they're so locked into your system by way of like I don't know, it's just a chore to move out of it. And economies of scale, so the larger you become, it actually becomes cheaper per capita. So I've looked online for some of the things. What AI products am I thinking of? I mean, the examples that they kind of examine are all like giant companies. It's the FANGs that they're looking at. They looked at Amazon, Google, and all of that. And then, yeah, like, of course, you can see network externality, the system locking, economies of scale. You can see all of that. But, like, when you look at an AI product that I can potentially build, you look at like a AI video editing thing, like I thought of AI like product photography idea, but then it's like there is really no system lock-in. Like it's just like your product needs to be always better than your competitors. Otherwise, there is no lock-in, and then there is no network externality there either. So does that mean that it's just not a very good business idea? Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it for a little bit more and see what I come up with. So the product that I found that I want to talk about for the course is gonna be Clockwise. Let's see if you can see this. Is gonna be this app. I've not used it, but to evaluate it based on the areas, network externality. Well, it's well, let's talk about system lock-in. I think a calendar app is pretty. It's not a total lock-in, but it does have some sort of a lock-in effect, because once you start setting up your meetings and you have everything logged, and then it's easier to stay in that system. Yeah, like you can go back to the past and see what you did on a certain day, and it knows what you did, so that maybe the AI can kind of produce can kind of makes it easier for you to set in future appointments, like remember the people in your life that you're having meetings with, the habits that you have, the reoccurring activities and so forth. So system lock-in, there is a little bit of that. Network externality, I think it mostly comes from the team feature. So you can set, I'm imagining you can set meetings pretty easily with team members, and I'm guessing that the software is gonna know like what their schedules are when your schedules are, so it replaces things like Calendly and makes it really fast to kind of schedule things and move things around. It removes all the back and forth, like, are you free Sunday? I'm free Saturday. I'm free. Are you like what about 2 o'clock? Oh, 2 to 5 is not good. Like it removes all of that back and forth. So and the more people who uses it, it potentially makes it more useful. Economies of scale. So if 10,000 people use it, I kind of don't understand this part. Economies of scale. Does that mean like if 1 million people gets on this app, it's easier to do? It's cheaper to run it? Not sure. I'm probably gonna plug in my answers and this app into ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT has to teach me. Finally, analyze the value AI has added to the technology from a business perspective, customer user perspective. Well, it's the AI removed friction of setting up an appointment. It makes everything go faster. And business, it's yeah, the team can be more organized and yeah, just more flexible. I think that's valuable. So I'm gonna write that. So I just looked up ChatGPT. Kind of it does have some very interesting things to add. So in terms of the lock-in effect, yeah, the AI is gonna learn like what your schedules are, how your like body, how your like biological clock and things like that function, so that in the long run is gonna be able to schedule your stuff better for you. So that's one way you're locked in, and the economies of scale. So okay, so because they're using a cloud-based infrastructure, so that the more people sign up, they're kind of sharing the cost of maintaining this structure. So that's kind of it brings down the cost per capita overall, and also as this calendar app scales, it has more and more data. Like people generally like working out in the morning. People generally like reading at night. People generally like doing this, going here from 7 to 8. People like doing this at certain hours. Like all that stuff means they enhance the app's scheduling capabilities. So that's another. So as it scales, it gets better. And some of the things in this course are like, I think a lot of the things are pretty badly laid out, and there is some quiz that's in the wrong like section, so that when you're looking at the quiz, like you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then you look at the next chapter, like, okay, that actually answers the question. And then there is like just stuff like, so we're in the week 1, and then we don't know anything yet, and then there is like, boom, here's an Excel sheet of a budget that someone built, and then you're supposed to evaluate it. Like, it's this thing. So what are you supposed to do with, like, how am I able to judge this? I don't know what software licenses cost. I don't know even what they are. Like, it's not covered in the and I don't know what they're building. So like database user licenses, what the fuck is all of this? Other licenses, $1,000. Like, how the fuck, like, what is going on here? Like, it's things like this just kind of piss me off. It's just a badly designed course. Like when it does shit like that, like servers, okay, $1,500. I don't know. Additional memory, CPU, $0. Okay, cool. Cloud services, $1,000. What am I supposed to do here? Just like go online and look at cloud services? Like, there's like, it ranges from 0 to like a gazillion. I don't know what you want from me. And the labor cost, project manager, project leader, system analyst. I don't know what these people do. The course didn't tell me what these people do. It's like, I feel like we went from a really high level, we're literally talking about the 8 stages, the highest you can go, the highest level you can go, a bird's eye view, and now we're looking at like project manager, $550. What do you think of that? System testers, how about $150 a day? I don't know, man. I don't know. And then like there's a sample answer, like it's just like, oh, but it's missing like the beta testing cost. Like, I don't know. Like, I absolutely have zero idea what you expect from me. Yeah, and again, there's a lot of like things could have been explained very easily, but then it uses the weirdest language, and then the instructor is like some European person, so he has no emphasis on the in the there's a reason why there is intonation in the sentence is really important, and when you don't have intonation, it's like you hear the same bland kind of sentence just hitting you. Is like you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, and then you gotta think about it for 5 minutes. Like you keep rearranging the different, you're processing it, and I'm like, okay, I think it's this like really common sense thing that they give a fancy name to, that could have just been explained in the common sense way, but no, it's this really roundabout thing. Anyway, or maybe it's just me not smart enough. Let's see how it goes. Let's work on that fucking workbook. And the workbook is like, it's just like we're in the early 2000s or something. Like you think that like you're filling in a form, or you're like putting in a work document or something, but no, they send you a PDF. It's like literally a quiz, and then you gotta like open it up in preview, and then create a box, and you gotta type it in, and then send it back to their PDF. What a weird, and then it's supposed to be an AI class. It's from MIT. They're supposed to have figured out technology. But like I have never been on a website that has this bad of like a user experience, and this whole website is just, it's really clunky. You never know where you are, and then like it takes, I mean, eventually I figured it out. I still don't know. It's just like you kind of like, I've done this. I feel like I have figured it out, but it's like a very, very unclear system. Like all these sidebars, like look at this. Like, okay, some page have this, some page doesn't, and then it's like these, like what the fuck are these? Anyways, it's so, honestly, it's so easy to make it easier and more clear. Yeah, and one final rant is their video quality is just the worst video quality. Like, if you're used to like just watching YouTube, like you would have been conditioned to like people who are at least put some effort in the production value. Like it's like shot on a real camera and all of that. I don't know what the fuck they shot their thing on, and then their green screen, like the teacher's face is like just constantly melting into the background, and it's like they used the worst stock footage to overlay on their video, and then to the point that it's just distracting. It's lazy, but that's okay. It's like sometimes I'll be like watching the video, I'm like concentrating, and then it shows this graph. I'm like, is this what they're talking about, or is this just some random like? Am I supposed to read into it? Or is this some like random Shutterstock shit that I'm not supposed to look at too closely? It probably the latter. But anyways, I'm glad I'm taking a course. I'm gonna review some of it and look at the workbook. And if you are a classmate, leave a comment, and let's let's try to connect in some way. Let's see how that goes. Thank you very much.